We're back after like a month. Has it been over a month?
I think so.
I've
Yeah.
been on a
I
road
think
trip.
so, actually.
I didn't know you guys would stop playing without me. So here we are.
Aside from the clearly negative event that occurred, how was the road trip?
For the most part, it was really exciting. I think my favorite place was probably, I don't know, New Orleans was really fun. They had a lot of cool food there, a lot of cool voodoo shops. Got a lot of bunch of like dice and stuff. Yeah, it was real fun. Uh, Favorite place was probably Albuquerque. I just really like the sunrise around there in New Mexico, from like Roswell, because they have like all the alien sightings. So there's all these cool lookout points.
Oh yeah.
Utah had really cool canyons. Least favorite place was probably San Antonio, Austin, Texas. That's where we got food poisoning,
Oh.
and Rainforest Cafe gave us appetizers and then ignored us for 2 hours and never brought us our food.
Great.
Well,
Yeah, it was
Rainforest
super
Cafe
cool.
Is known for their what's the word? Atmosphere. Not anything else at all ever. They're known for their gift shop, in my opinion. It's just half the store.
I definitely felt the atmosphere. A bunch of like decayed animatronics making terrifying jungle noises, and
People
it's
quietly
going
sitting
dark
over
and getting a bass boosted
McDonald's
every once in a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright. So for those of us returning and those of us who are will eventually join us in the backlogs, we are finally continuing Rising Mountains, which is a game that we put together. Well, we were live streaming, so you can go and watch the creation of the universe that we're playing in. But right now, as far as the story's gone, in essence, the mountains have been gone for a very long time, and now they're back. And they bring with them the promise of water, the promise of the ends of wars, and the union of all people. Except the small problem is that they are walking around and no one knows what they're doing or what they want. You guys have been tasked with finding and putting these mountains back on the ground. Each of you has come here for your own reasons, but moments after you set out on your beautiful journey, much like other crews close to your size, you immediately got captured by a bunch of squirrels. And the squirrels forced you guys to try and raid an airship that is known to collect water in this dense world's atmosphere. And the raid immediately went very poorly, but in your favor. So you are now hanging out on a giant dirigible with broad wings, two nets hanging from the bottom that are basically they're like sponge nets. They collect only moisture and water particles and drain them into bags. You guys are on the building that is placed on top of this vessel with 4 large rooms in a row on top and a command room at the bottom and a storage room behind that. You guys, after surrendering to all the staff on board and not having dealt a single point of damage to their rising numbers as you fought, most of you are beaten and bloodied, but you have been given time to sort of come back. And now we're cutting to about half an hour into the future, where you are all in the command room having dinner with the captain, who is known as Paximile Morris. He is a saurian triceratops who is just really big and scary. So let's just kind of set the scene here, because we haven't been in this room before. So Paximile is definitely facing you with the view of the desert behind you amidst all the latent fog. What does the room look like? Maybe like what's the meal that you've been provided? Who else is in this room among the people you've already not met but fought? Let's start going around the line with Tabby.
As for like what the room looks like in general, it's just kind of like a long rectangular room with like some desert like plants in jars just kind of set around the room, and like a large ovular table, and we're all kind of sitting around like the opposite side from Paximile, just kind of quietly eating.
Okay. So it is a long room littered with desert plants, obviously a lot of controls, a lot of sort of monitoring equipment, and of course this long table that you have been invited to dine at. Next up, Mario. What are you gonna add?
Paxamime is his name, right? Or what was it?
Paxamil or Paxamile.
Paxamy. Paxamy. Uh, Paxamil is sitting in like a very large chair that is obviously like it's been fitted for his size. So I'm assuming he very much dwarfs most of us on this opposite side of the table.
Yes,
He's just
probably twice the size of Eleanor.
it's kind of nicely decorated in a way I'd imagine to have like nice grooves and carvings of stuff on it. Maybe like a common chair that he uses.
Yeah, let's say he has probably been the captain of this particular stolen dirigible for quite a while and has souped it up to his own personal comfort and enjoyment.
Yeah.
Rymac, what do you want to add?
I will add the meal itself is it's kind of set before the three of us. Like there's each end of the long table, one end where he's dining on like a robust feast. There's like fruits and different steaks and breads and cheeses that he's dining on. He's got like a massive flagon full of some wine or grog. And set in front of us is 3 pristine glass, like maybe 10-ounce, 16-ounce glasses, and they're each just full of water.
Oh.
But just like placed almost out of arm's reach, where we would have to like lean forward and fully extend our arms to grab it from the table. And on either side of the table, towards the doors, but definitely like staring at us, staring daggers, is 2 other very large saurians, just like daring us to grab a cup and just watching our every move.
Okay. Two no-name saurians who have not said a single word since you entered here are watching the Newer Bay. Okay. So yeah, the scene is set. You guys are a little unnerved, but very grateful to not have been dragged off like your broken bandit friends, Bolin and Chuck, and the ill-fated Barnaby, who is no more. Yeah, so kind of setting the scene, you guys are sitting here, and what was his name? Paxamile will speak up, directed at Eleanor. So, mind telling me what you're doing in this part of the woods?
I have to remember what Eleanor sounds like. Well, Mr. Paxamile, I'll have you know that my sister kicked me from the family, and I was left wandering the desert for a long time until I took it upon myself to go search for these mountain thingies or whatever. And we ended up here after getting kidnapped by squirrels.
That is an interesting pursuit. And as you say squirrels, one of the other saurians in the back sort of shifts face. He looks a little concerned, but neither of the other two changed their demeanor. I did hear about your somewhat recent exile, but I have never been told why. Is this some sort of family secret?
A secret, you could say. My sister wanted the whole family for herself and did not want to share, so she decided to give me the boot. So I had no chance to even reclaim something that was partly mine.
Interesting. And who are your strange friends?
She'll look towards Dr. Terrence. Just
Hello, pleasure. I am remove my hat. I'm Dr. Terrence Aguila. I'm a researcher out here in the desert, and once I heard that there was talk of mountains on the horizon, well, I joined an expedition with these 2, and like my companion said, we had a run-in with some squirrels, and they gave us no choice but to go along with a plan to raid an airship, and we saw it as a chance to escape their clutches.
This is an interesting situation. Did any of them escape?
I believe I saw one fly off unharmed. Did anybody else see how many got away?
A
If it
few,
was just a
I believe.
single,
Yeah.
several.
It's
That's
possible.
a small handful.
Entirely different problem. Do any of you have certainty? One or many?
I definitely saw one get away. I wasn't sure what everybody else was doing up top. It was a very spur of the moment plan.
Then we need to.
We're
change
not that well
course.
organized, and
Uh,
I'm not a fighter.
He'll hold two fingers up, and one of the other Saurians will
Sorry.
open a door, and the mole beast folk that you guys fought earlier above board, he runs in and begins touching a bunch of different buttons on this array and starts shifting things very frantically. He looks either very concerned or just kind of like a erratic person. This is a very interesting situation we found ourselves in. And the hobgob.
I'm Bareth. Shurtusk. Bareth Shurtusk.
Why do you find yourself in the company of Saurians?
Well, I'd say we're allies by circumstance. I was joining
Oh, I
them.
thought you kept better company. Have you grown unwise so quickly?
Well, he's not nice.
Alright.
He's a little goofy sometimes.
You'd kind of.
He's the muscle. Me and the doctor are both really not quite strapping warriors, so you need muscle somewhere. And there was no larger folk besides Bareth where we were. I'd be
He's
willing to join.
well. He's been very. I mean, you could ask Eleanor. He's You were talking about the situation at hand.
Yes. It's
At the calling him goofy, he's been like kind of arms crossed, leaning back. He is eyeing this water that's in front of us, but the moment you call him goofy, you kind of see his head quickly swivel at that, and he just kind of like leans far back in again. He's just like, the fuck.
I have a simple but important query. How did they find us in the first place?
Did they mention that?
I believe they're just aware of the routes.
Right. They
As-
had
Yeah.
They had a goblin
And
with
as
them,
you
didn't
say
they?
That, one of the Saurians steps forward and stands directly behind you, Eleanor. They have information.
To reach forward and grab a cup of water.
He's shaking.
Mhm.
Would you care to elaborate carefully?
I mean, I shared nothing. Honest. They did have many other people captured there, and it seems whoever enters their forest or the village nearby.
Do they know where we're going now?
If we keep flying the same direction, probably.
He'll hold three fingers up, and the mole will immediately adjust more things frantically in opposite directions. Well, then you're staying with us for a time.
Honestly, I would love that. I hate walking on the ground.
We're going to have to change our route and stay in the sky until our fuel nearly runs out. And then we will meet our dropping point. I will have you removed from the ship, and you will never see us again. In your best interest.
Sounds
Perfectly okay with us.
Go have them rest. And he sends you guys back with these other two Saurians who kind of back you. You see some of the other people that you fought doing their own things around the ship. You see the frog who seems to be navigating and kind of working in tandem. He's like speaking through a little microphone that has tubes that go to the front area. He seems like the navigator. Moving further forward, you see the two hired defense, the other rabbit folk and the jaguar beast folk. And you are brought
Doing Morse
to,
croak.
You are brought to a prison cell where Bolin is sitting. Chuck is not here.
Oh, okay.
And they put you guys in the cell. You're a little beaten up and a little bloodied. What do you do?
Just real quick, as they were like picking us up to like take us to like the cell, Eleanor just grabbed the cup, chugged it as fast as he could, and slammed it back down on the table.
I'm sorry, what was that? I'm turning up my audio a bit.
I was just saying that Eleanor, as they were picking us up, she just grabbed her water and chugged it real quick and then slammed it on the table.
I assume naturally the rest of you guys would do the same.
Oh yeah, as soon as
there'd definitely be at least like a chance where it's just
Okay.
like
yeah, as soon as Terrence sees the others, it's like
yeah, already finished his before the conversation started.
yeah.
It's just, as we arrive at Bolognese, just a small wave from Eleanor.
I'll try not to
Didn't
meet
quite
his
work, did it?
gaze.
Our little plan. Nothing
Well.
to say?
it seems we've got ourselves in quite the pickle.
Seems me more than you. How'd you enjoy your little dinner?
Who's speaking to?
This is Bolin.
Which one was he?
He
The boar.
went by Bolinave. He is he's a boar folk, the first guy that you guys talked to about your plan.
Okay.
Escape pilot.
Yeah, he is also a pilot. He was meant to commandeer the vessel if you guys succeeded.
Gotcha.
Plan worked somewhat. We when they land, we'll be let off.
You will be? That sounds nice.
We.
What do you mean we? I work with Zark Industries. I'm not going to be alive much longer if they're just going to drop you guys off.
I do suppose we owe you a debt,
Mm-hmm.
considering what happened. We'll just side eye Barrett.
Barrick isn't saying shit, but you could tell he's just like he's got his arms crossed, but he's not. He's definitely not looking at Bolognese. He's like, oh shit.
I have a feeling that the favor that you owe me isn't very valuable if I can't redeem it now.
What would you like now?
Where exactly are
At
we
this
changing
very
course?
moment.
I felt
Changing
the shift in
course?
the ship. We're going somewhere else.
Can I make a survival check to see which direction we might have altered our trajectory?
Yeah, make a survival check.
Cool.
It's a D&D game with roll stats and stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna use this deck. Survival. 15.
Okay. You could tell that they were actually moving away from the ledge that leads into that megaflora forest. So they've been going parallel this whole time, and they are now turning directly, or sorry, no, they were going away from it. They're now turning parallel. So it seems like they're kind of coasting in almost a 90-degree axis of the path that they were taking.
Okay. Well, based on how they turned the ship, it seems like we're going along the forest line instead of completely away from it like they were originally. So they must be wanting to keep an eye on the forest, skirting it. They might be keeping an eye out for the squirrels. They seemed really upset that they got intel of the dirigibles' location.
Raindrop is dead, so they don't have an easy way of tracking us, but they do somehow know where they were going. It's got to be that city, or the village rather, but if we're not going there anymore and we're going along the forest, they're still going to find us. And they're probably not going to be very calm when they show up, and there's probably going to be a few more of them. I don't think the plan that you've been provided is going to work in your favor.
Well, we can only see so far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like to think on my feet.
I can see pretty immediately into the past. You owe me. Don't get me killed. A fight's about to break out, probably pretty soon. And when that happens, give me the ship.
That sounds fair to me.
All right.
Eleanor? Bareth?
I need
Bareth
everyone's
will-
word.
Bareth will nod at that. He'll say, "Fair enough."
Eleanor, that captain knew you somehow. How can I trust you?
You can trust me. He works for my family, but not for me.
Well, that's kind of the extent of my bargaining, isn't it? We should probably get some rest. They're going to be here soon. And everyone will get to benefit from a long rest.
Hey,
Nothing changes for me because I used only cantrips.
I got a fucking digit of health back, baby.
Hell
Oh, but I
I
got my
got
rages
3
back,
hit
too.
points back.
All right. The long rest ends, and the four of you are all awoken by a very loud bang. And you can hear rapid footsteps above. It seems like everyone is running around in different directions. You guys are, I guess technically you would be in the storage area in kind of a side pocket off in the distance. Let's say the mole immediately runs back to your cell and has a bunch of keys jingling around his waist, and he pulls them out. He says, we're under attack. We need your help.
Who is it? Is it the squirrels?
They found us again. I don't know. And he, clink, the cage swings open. I need you to follow me. Do you have weapons?
Technically,
If they didn't take
Did
them
they
off
take
us,
'em?
then-
He just leads you to like an evidence locker, just where they confiscated all your stuff. And you guys suit
Perfect.
up. And as you guys suit up,
I think Bareth will like say, "What about that one?" And he'll like point towards
Bolin.
Bolin. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's just kind of stepping forward, very much following you guys. I
No,
believe
alright.
he uses a spear.
mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yes, he does. Yeah, so he will grab his spear and like some simple shoulder armor and follow you guys out. And as you guys run through kind of this area, there's a loop through the captain's quarters and a stairwell up. You guys are now in the first of the 4 rooms, and you see not only a dozen squirrels in this room fighting the rabbit folk, the jaguar beast folk that you guys tussled with before. There is a new visitor who seems to be working
boy.
with them. Let me transfer this over. Chuck, the actual
Hey!
Oh no!
Real Chuck.
Go ahead
You
and
killed the
describe
imposter so I
your
can come through.
character. Yeah. Oh, did he die? Okay, yeah. Describe your character.
Okay, so what you see amongst all these squirrels is you see another figure in particular. You see a not too tall tabaxi, about 5'4". It's pure black with short hair. He has kind of a white cape thrown over his shoulder. Other accessories he has on him is a set of golden bands up his arms and a gold circlet on his head.
Okay. And he is
What color tabaxi is it?
Yeah.
Black.
Okay.
Black. All right.
Not
Yeah,
tech-
black cat with bright green eyes.
Cool. Black hat, bright green eyes. And this character stares you down as what weapon do you use?
Me, no weapon. I just have a kind of like a shepherd's crook scepter, that I use as a spellcasting focus.
Oh, okay.
Eight.
You are blocking an attack from Brother Jeremy, the rabbit folk. And you turn to all these people that suddenly flood into the room. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Boy.
God, this is quite the conundrum of who the hell do we fight?
I mean,
the
it might
question.
be another character in the same position you guys were in.
That is
Oh,
a
yeah.
19.
I also got 19.
Hey, my dexterity is a +2.
Mine's +3.
Oh shit!
Oh, then you go before me.
I got them.
And I got an
money feet.
18.
Light upon the dude.
Oh, just an 18.
I'm starting out strong.
Mhm.
With
My first sorcerer in over 6 years. Dadgummit.
what'd you get for your initiative?
8.
Okay,
Not the worst.
Yeah.
I gotta throw the other characters in here too. And Axel. All right, Eleanor, you're up first. There are a dozen
Oh,
fucking
fuck.
squirrels in this room,
Choose
Yeah.
my fate, Eleanor.
and a guy.
Shoot, Chuck. No.
Not again.
Check.
I'll just take my little flint caster and point the finger gun at just one of the squirrels
Okay.
and blast them.
All right, roll to blast them.
24. Natural
Hey.
18
Yeah.
Hey.
You detonate a squirrel.
for 2 damage.
Detonate a squirrel. All right, we're down 1. It turns into a small meat pie. Bareth, you're up.
So these squirrels are like just out in, like, I'm assuming you could see the sky and stuff we could see outside, or is this
This is in this
indoor?
one room.
This is in this
Yeah,
one
there are
room.
windows like looking out of the ship, and you can see
Okay.
like small blots. You can't tell how many of them are out there, but they are slowly moving toward the ship. More
Oh, shit.
squirrels. There are 12 just in this room, fighting
boy.
Brother Jeremy and Axel.
Okay. Are any of them clumped together?
Yeah, I'll say that 4 of them are like fiercely. Let's say they're like climbing on Axel. And there's
Oh,
obviously-
shit.
There's one on this cat beast folk's shoulder. By the way, Light Upon Dunes, during your turn, you can have the squirrel make 1 cantrip attack against a character as long as it's not another squirrel.
Mm.
I use Eldritch Blast.
That's a good one to use.
What'd you do,
I think
Sarah?
what I'm going to do is shit. It's on Axel, and our plan is to possibly take over this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Is there any large, is there like a barrel or something or anything close by that?
Yeah, let's quickly describe the fight scene. Actual
Yeah.
Chuck, we'll let you add into. So just rifling through this, it's a small scene. Tabby, one thing that's happening. They're in this.
There's like
in this
4 chairs over in this
Okay.
like small square room,
4 chairs.
and there's like
clumped up in
2
the corner.
squirrels on them.
Yeah, they're up against the side like it's a waiting room. Mario.
Mhm.
Fucking, there's crates that are holding things that we can't necessarily see inside that are just like there's like 4 crates to the right corner.
Okay, 4 chairs,
of
4
the room.
crates.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck.
Four more of one other thing. This is the first of 4 rooms.
Squirrels are getting in through tears in the dirigible canvas.
Shit.
Oh,
okay.
So they're kind of crawling in like
Yeah.
bugs.
So we'll say that like the 11th of the 12 is just like, I'm here now.
Mhm.
All right. And Chuck, what else is going on in here?
Okay. I'd say the door's also just been haphazardly kicked open where the other guy came to assist Brother Jeremy. So currently there's air coming in from the outside.
Oh.
Or did I misunderstand something?
It's like you guys are basically in like a train cart where there's 2 levels. The bottom had the main 2 areas, and this one has 4 in a row. So there are doors leading to the other ones, and then probably like stairwells that go up to the top on each one.
Okay.
So one of the doors of the stairwells has been kicked open?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So yeah, the wind is
Yeah,
like
where he just
blasting
rushed
through, the
in.
doors flapping as this thing is moving.
Yeah.
Back to Bareth. 4 chairs, 4
Okay,
boxes.
so So as we're coming in, I'm going to quickly look at one of these chairs. I'm going to see this guy that is getting like surrounded by squirrels, and I'm going to pick up one of these chairs, and I'm going to say, "Oh shit, look out!" And I fucking throw this chair at him.
You scream at Axel and hit him with a fucking chair. Roll. That's an improvised weapon.
Yeah, all right. Fucking
Amazing.
That is that's just my pure strength, right?
I think it might. Yeah, let me check.
Because I'm guessing I don't have my proficiency bonus because it's an improvised weapon.
Yeah, it's not proficiency.
Okay, then
So
I would
then-
say
yeah,
that's,
it would just be strength.
it's about 15 to hit.
Is it exactly 15?
Yes, exactly 15 with my strength.
Okay. I'll say that one's definitely like it cracks across his armor that he's wearing, and one of the squirrels just gets like hit with a leg and fucking skewered into the wall.
Oh, is that? Are you like taking this as damage, or is this like 2 hit?
Well, that was 2 hit. You did not succeed in actually hitting Axel. It like clatters across his armor because it was 1 point below. But one of the legs spears one of the squirrels. So I'll drop
Great!
another one
He
of
might believe me when I was pretending to help him.
Terrence. 10 squirrels and a mystery man.
Are any of the squirrels next to an ally?
Not yet. Within the first 6
Not
seconds,
yet.
they're kind of trying to crowd if you cared about Brother Jeremy or Axel, but neither.
Okay.
Both of them are beast folk.
Technically allies for now.
Well, they're higher.
I'm going to play it safe, and I'm gonna draw out both my switchblade daggers, and I'm just gonna rush one squirrel and go for the throat.
Okay, I'll say Tabby said that there were like out of the 4 chairs, 2 of the squirrels were just kind of sitting on and munching popcorn. So yeah, just go for the throat. One of those guys.
Yep.
You guys,
What's
hands
that?
actually will be here.
They're not actually psionic. Those ones are actual squirrels.
This is real squirrels. Just got
Just
mixed up in all
passengers,
this.
Don't know how they got here.
First dagger attack.
They got swept up when they were being carried.
Oh yeah, when
First dagger attack's gonna be a 21 to hit.
Yeah, these guys they drop like flies. So how do you kill the chair squirrel?
Okay. The first one I just run up to. I feel bad because I see him eating popcorn, but instincts just kick in and just dagger, gut, ribs out.
Oh god.
And then I dagger the other hand and I just go like top of the head on the next one.
Okay, yeah, you filet-o squirrel one of them. Go on to the next one.
Okay, the next one's a 22 to hit.
Jeez. Yeah. Detonate both the squirrels that were just kind of chilling. You're not really sure if they were magic or not. Brother Jeremy. I don't have my dice. Uh-oh. Google's going to screw me over.
No. How could you not bring dice to a D&D game? It's like blasphemy.
It's all weird.
How do you not eat bean of dice, Logan?
How do you not eat beans?
But I'm sitting here and they're all the way over there.
Someone's the sheriff.
Yeah, Brother Jeremy seems to have some monk expertise as he uses very identifiable, like, open palm techniques. He fucking
whoops.
just immediately stops one of these squirrels' hearts.
Viper strike!
Yeah.
That's the third level. Oh my god.
Sadly, he's not strong enough to attack twice, so he just clacks one of them off of him, and the other 3 just swarm him even further. It is now the squirrels' turns.
Oh my god.
So,
It's getting consumed.
yeah, 3 of them on top of him are going to use chill touch. So just
Yikes.
immediately, he slowly gets drained of his vitals. Let's see.
Squirrels with tiny necrotic hands just reaching out towards them.
I rolled 18, 16, 16. Fucking
Whoa.
Brother Jeremy.
Wow.
That is, how much damage? It's just a 1d8. That's still 3d8 on a CR. Oh boy.
Yikes.
Yeah. Brother Jeremy fucking melts. The only other rabbit on the ship immediately, like, these squirrels climb on top of him, and as they bite into him with their fangs, you see, like, a silhouette of a skeletal hand over their head just grasp into him.
Oh my god.
And you see just him immediately drained. Not quite like the mummy scene, but he gets fucking mummified. Like, he's completely
he just-
dehydrated in an instant.
He's the mole man.
No,
like-
this is the rabbit folk.
Hmm.
Oh,
It's
boy.
like vacuumed in.
There goes that
It's
entire
fucking-
character. He had a whole... That doesn't matter anymore.
Got a
He's
whole
fucking
backstory and everything.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
everyone does. Okay, so that was 3
My
of the 7
wife.
squirrels. So we got 4 more. Oh, and, you know, just for their turn, Light Upon Dunes,
Oh.
who is this one going to attack?
Oh boy. I was fighting Brother Jeremy, and he kind of fell in front of me, so I'm just like, ugh, disgusting. Ugh. I just looked to Axel like, I guess on to that one then.
Okay. Yeah, immediately springing from your shoulder. Do you want to pick a cantrip?
If I'm choosing, it would be Firebolt.
Okay,
Oh hell yeah.
Firebolt. Go ahead and make that attack roll for me, just because I want you to.
I don't feel rad anymore.
You ain't for me.
Oh, of course I rolled
Minion.
good in that one. That's a 14.
Die.
Okay, yeah, 14. It, like, splashes into his chain shirt and just slowly, like, burns it away. Like, it's his nips are hot now, but doesn't quite damage him.
Oh.
Warm on the
Still
nips.
nips.
What was that spell that you guys all wanted to use against me? I'm pretty sure it was called Eldritch something.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. I've got 3 left, so they're all going to cast the same spell evenly to you guys. Go ahead and roll
Hell
the
yeah.
attack rolls on yourselves.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
here we
yeah.
go.
Motherfuckers.
That is an 11 on the die.
I'll give him a plus
Oh
2.
no.
Plus 2,
18.
13. Does that hit me?
I don't think so.
Armor class 16.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Eldritch Blast. Any modifiers?
2.
Ooh. That's an 18 on me.
Apparently,
Are you
Ryan
getting
is entering the
cyberpunk?
matrix.
When Cyberpunk, anyone else?
What's happening with my camera?
That's the fucking Eldritch Blast hitting him. That's,
Oh no, he's gone!
oh, no, he's dead!
No!
Okay.
I don't know what's going
That's
on.
an
with my
18 on me.
Warlock.
Being banished.
Yeah, so the Eldritch Blast immediately crackles Eleanor. It, like, shreds part of the clothing on your shoulders, and you take a total of 6 damage.
Oh god, that's I have 3 health left.
That's devastating.
Terrence, you take 1. As the,
Actu-
like, it slams into you, but you are just able to embrace it, and it seems like the squirrel was maybe a bit thrown off by falling off the guy. And you killed 2 other squirrels. Lud. my
Okay.
friend.
Ooh.
All right. So, now that I'm aware more people are in the room, do I recognize these people from before?
I'll
Was there a
say that
possibility?
Barnaby, you knew a rhino
Oh.
folk for a brief amount of time, who was in like the camp. Your 2 bros tried to run away from this camp that you remember, and they were killed. You don't know how. They never returned, and they never made it back. You know that it just doesn't work that way. But Barnaby, who was a rhino folk that was part of the camp while you were there, came to you. He doesn't talk very much, but he just kind of wanted to let you know that other people are planning on escaping again. And he sort of said like a brief goodbye. So you can assume, because you know that this raid took place, that you weren't a part of the initial raid, you're part of the second one, that it was probably them.
All right. I just kind of tilt my head to the side, just like, you all don't appear to be ship captains, as I am told. At least you don't look like the dead one and the one that just got caught on fire.
Just on the
Who are you
ground.
talking to?
Nope.
Just all of us?
Yeah,
I think this is all of us. Like,
Mhm.
it's it's
including Axel.
yeah, including Axel who's standing here, and I'm assuming Bolin is also with us, like in the background or something. Or
You guys kind
coming.
of raced up here, and Bolin is
Okay.
hanging back at the door because he can't just join the fight and then die. He's the captain.
Getting the
So,
fuck. Yeah, he's
like guarding the
standing
door
back.
with a
Yeah,
spear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Yeah. Fucking. No, we're being held here.
Ah, kinship. As I turn to the as I turn and take a few steps back, then turn facing it and just hold out my scepter and say, "It's getting tired of these lightless heathens." As you see a little mote of light just appear in the circle of my scepter and just fire forth as I cast Burning Hands and try and catch as many of the squirrels as I can.
Fuck
Oh,
yeah.
shit. Oh shit.
Fuck yeah.
Oh boy, that would be right in front of you where this rabbit folk has just fallen. There's 3 of them, so go ahead and make that. It's a saving throw, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's a
saving
minimum
throw.
3
Gotta
damage,
do-
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
minimum-
also
A minimum
yeah, so
3
that's why I was
damage.
trying to catch as many as possible because the one just jumped off me as well. So I was hoping to angle it to where I can get
It
it.
didn't jump off of you. It is still on your shoulder. It just
Oh,
cast
okay.
a
Still.
spell. Yeah. So you just immediately, invariably fry 3 of these psychic squirrels, and they all turn into delicious meals.
Mhm.
Eleanor, your turn.
She's got knocked on her ass from getting blasted by Eldritch Blast. It's just gonna reach into her backpack and just say, "Oh fuck it," and put on her really like no fancy plating prototype gauntlet, and just walk over to the squirrel that's on light. Is there like any other squirrels around him?
There are 4 of them. I'll say that 3 of them are on the ground, just kind of like scattered around the room. There's one that is on his shoulder that is, it looks like it's priming an attack on him.
This'll help.
Okay. And
It's like in the middle of the air, swinging at his face.
she's gonna grab the dagger that's in her, just like on her side,
Mhm.
and just go to stab the squirrel.
Okay. Yeah, roll an attack.
And with this, she's casting Green Flame Blade through the gauntlet.
Hell yeah.
Okay, roll well.
I got a 7 for 12.
I'm gonna unique DM here. You do take out the squirrel, but you're gonna deal some damage to your friend here.
No.
Oh shit.
Who vanished. So yeah, roll damage and
He's
he'll take
fading
out.
So 4 fire damage,
Okay.
and then
I soft.
Yeah.
a squirrel adjacent to him. Also, another squirrel just goes into fire
Wait, a
it's a-
second one?
as the Green Flame Blade hops off.
It could do that?
Oh yeah, it does like a bounce thing.
Shit,
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, the one that just like blasted you is just on the ground like limbs splayed, and immediately the flame blade just scorches light upon Dunes for 2 damage, and then immediately arcs around and just fries this tiny little guy on the ground.
Sorry
Okay.
about that. I'm not really good with this.
It's quite all right. Quite all right. Nothing wrong with a little heat.
A bunch of steam comes shooting out of it, and just like, oh fuck, it's still a prototype.
Axel
Ah.
is going to rush over and try and take out one of these squirrels. We'll say he uses punching daggers, and he immediately slams into one, and it is now 2 parts of a whole squirrel, and there's no more
Hell
squirrel.
Yeah.
There's one left in this room, though. Wait, did we skip Barrett? Barrett, you're up.
Oh shit. There's one squirrel left.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking swing them all at him.
All right.
That is. That's my fucking bonus. That's a 10.
Yeah, no, the final squirrel immediately dodges out of the way. Terrence,
Oh fuck.
there's
Hmm.
one squirrel.
I'm
over your
going
cat, man.
I'm going to backtrack towards Bolin and get like right behind his shoulder. Like I'll duck back out of the doorway and get behind him and be like, all right, Axel is distracted. Now's our time to strike. And I'm going to ready my action.
Okay.
For the moment, he looks away from me and into the chamber
Okay. I'll say
as
that,
I pocket a dagger and draw out my rapier.
Okay. Yeah, the last squirrel launches an Eldritch Blast at our good friend Light Upon Dunes. This one in particular is Sick of Betrayal. That's an 18.
That'll hit me.
I'd like to use my racial ability.
You take 5 force damage as this.
And I'm down.
I'd like to use my racial ability.
Rage. Oh, fuck. What do you do?
I'm gonna slide right in. I'm gonna basically the moment he's about to get blasted, I fucking leap in front of it, and I take half damage instead.
The most undecisive martyr. I'll die for somebody, whoever, but not everybody.
This guy's helping us. We need numbers.
I think that was 5, so you take. Yeah, it's always rounded down. So
I'll
2.
take 2.
The
This is
squirrel
like,
furrows its squirrel, like its tail immediately bushes up, all the hairs spike out, and yeah, our good boy Bolin is going to run forward.
I attack with my ready to action.
You attack Bolin?
I attack Bolin. He's
Wait, you
not
attack
looking
Bolin?
at me
Wait.
and distracted as he takes the first step forward. I just sink my rapier in between his spine and just the outer portion of his skin, right through
Holy
the
shit.
kidneys and upwards into the lungs. That's what I'm aiming for.
Yeah. Okay.
Would this be considered a snake attack?
Do you want like advantage?
I at least want to proc my sneak attack.
Oh, you
If-
are a rogue. Okay, then
Yes, I am.
You will have advantage, which I think gives you sneak attack.
Dope. Yes.
Let me find a good little stat block for our boy here.
Light Upon the Dune is so confused right now.
Yeah.
There's so many betrayals.
Yeah. I can't keep track.
I
Who's
came
my
into
friend?
the season finale of Game of Thrones.
Does a
It's gonna be tough.
what?
What'd you get?
Well, one of my die fell.
Oh fuck!
Man, the lower challenge ratings have insane armor classes.
They're
Try that
meant
die
to
again.
stay alive but have shit hit points.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna shift over to this one, then that one's better. So yeah, what'd you get?
15.
Okay, yeah, to the stat block I just secondly chose, that meets it and beats it. How much damage?
$14 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Christ.
Whoa.
Yeah, he is immediately bloodied.
Oh, so he's still alive.
Yeah, he barely survives that, but he races
Holy
forward
shit.
and reality stops for him. Like, in an immediate moment.
God.
I don't get my offhand attack, do I? As part of my ready to attack actions.
No, you can only do one action as part of a
Okay.
ready action.
Okay.
Yeah, he just is like rushing forward with his spear ready to take out Axel, continue the plan that we all agreed on that you are indebted to him to complete. And immediately he stops and just looks down and just looks back at you.
The
And
alliances
it's
in
the
this
last
team are
squirrel's
all over the
turn.
fucking place.
There's a squirrel, too.
Yeah.
You'd see absolute surprise on fucking Barf's face. He's like,
And with Eleanor,
what
just
the
like, fuck?
Sorry, Light Upon the Dunes. It's actually your turn. I forgot.
Oh,
that was a
okay.
big one.
All right. As Bareth takes that shot from me, I'm just like, oh, light be upon you, my friend. You saved me, and oh, this is I thought we were only fighting squirrels here.
I'm very confused.
I'm going to kill that squirrel till I know what's going on. And my scepter will light up again as I throw a firebolt at the final squirrel remaining.
Okay. Yeah. Throw that lightning bolt.
Oh, firebolt.
Oh, firebolt.
Oh, heck. Yeah, baby. That is a 25 to hit.
Jesus.
damn.
Yeah, so you're just like, we're friends now, and you fucking burn and blast every squirrel that you came in the party with. Just launch a little bolt, and it immediately like detonates, like anime style. Like you only see a silhouette that gets shredded into fragments and doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. I rolled a 10, so I Terminator 2 that squirrel.
Whoa, God. Yeah.
Skeleton.
Yeah.
Really just the shadow of the squirrel.
Combat for this room seems to be over outside of Terrence and Bolin. Does anyone want to intervene now that you've just seen, like, so that's pretty much all that you guys see is Bolin is about halfway toward Axel, who is not aware that he's about to attack him with a bloody knife all the way through his torso.
There's a moment, like
Yeah.
everybody else get a chance to react, but Terrence is already pulling it back out, ready to stab again, and is bringing a knife forward too, to just finish off Bolin.
I'm gonna say, damn. Bareth Unarmed Strike is going to tackle Dr. Terrence here.
Okay.
Eleanor's gonna grab Bolin at the same time and pull him away.
Okay, I need pretty much everyone to make. I think you guys are making attack rolls. They need to make strength or athletics or acrobatics checks.
You're unarmed striking me, or are you like grappling me?
Or actually, I
Pretty sure
would
grappling
rather
takes the form of an
yeah,
attack.
grapple
Okay.
is technically an attack, but it's like
Yeah.
the athletics kind of thing.
Okay, so it's opposed athletics, or can I defend with? Oh no, I'll do athletics.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bolin got a 21.
That's cocked.
I got a 10.
Okay.
I have
yeah.
a 15.
I got a 10.
Oh, okay. So
Hey!
everything sort of stands still. Light upon dunes, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? Axel is like sign languaging. What the fuck is going on here? And
I can't read the.
what is he doing with his hands?
Oh, he's a Naruto fan.
Immediately, Bareth, you're incredibly fast, and Eleanor, you do have to move a bit further to get to Bolin. But Bareth, you just tackle the doctor, and both of you fall right out of the doorway. And Eleanor, as you're moving forward, like he's holding his wound, and he is trying to like clench the sword that Terrence is pulling out. I'd say because he beat your athletics check too, I'll say that he manages to keep the knife in him, and he sidesteps and puts his foot out, and Eleanor, he trips you into the doorway and races back down it. So he is holding a knife in his wound that has been pulled out and reinserted to seal the blood, so he has dealt extra damage to himself to stay alive for a bit longer. He is running down back to the
Would that have
room.
totally stopped my action if I was being tackled? Or do I still get to do something as well?
It was not your turn yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was out of turn order. So that was your prepared action, and then going back down, Eleanor and Bareth moved before you, so Bareth would have stopped you.
Okay.
And because Eleanor failed, Bolin is now running down. That's kind of everyone except for, I don't know, Light Upon Dunes, Axel, what do you guys want to do? I think Axel is going to run into the next room, or he's not good at that. Yeah, he's just running in. He's going to fight more squirrels.
I'd like to look out the window and see what the situation is on the squirrels.
You know that about 40 of them were coming for the second wave. They really thought it was going to be easier than this with a lot of muscle and a lot of help, but it didn't work that way. So they're going semi all out. Like there's 300 of them, so 40 is a lot.
Okay.
Derg rush.
Yeah.
I look out
Yeah,
the
literally.
window. I'm like, folk I think are my new friends. So there's like 33 more of them out there. And we can't seem to decide who we're killing.
I guess Bareth is like, now that he's like, are we still going like turn order, or is this like just
So yeah, well, we'll go like the 6 to 8 second conversation rule. So
okay.
he kind of makes the observation, says, "Hey, there's still a lot going on out there. It's not over." Eleanor, You've been tripped into the doorway. You see him running down like the loud clanging footsteps on these metal, this stairwell, and you see him.
Shit,
just
I gotta
turn.
go make sure he doesn't die. Just, doctor, what the fuck? And then she'll run after him.
Okay.
All right.
Run after Bareth.
Or,
For my
Bolin.
action, can I
Bolin.
say I just like snipe a squirrel out the window and duck down?
Okay, yeah. As you're saying that, you just cast a fucking cantrip, and there's just a small little puff of meat.
That's
And,
perfect.
yeah. So Bareth, you and Terrence get a little 6 to 8 second.
Bareth will let go of him, but he'll just say, I mean, like he's gonna be like he's like a little stuck because it's a little bit of like, what the fuck are you doing? But also like, I mean, I did this too, but
Question for the DM: are we on Zark Industries ship or are we on Blackwater Industries ship?
You are on a vessel that was built for Zark, commandeered, and is currently used by Blackwater.
Okay. Even if we did take over the ship, we'd be hunted down for the rest of our lives. I say I made a calculated decision.
You good? Something happened? No. Oh, okay. Roommate's walking around with an eye patch.
And Terrence is gonna try and push Bareth off. It's like he's getting
No,
away.
he
He's
would've
going
let
to
you
make our
go.
lives hell. Okay.
he would have gotten off of you. But yeah, it's
Okay. So Terrence gets back up. Pulls out bolt daggers. We have to stop him before he makes all of our lives hell.
I mean, if everybody dies here, it's same shit either way. We just need somebody to get us out of here.
Okay.
And as
Well-
you guys are discussing this, you feel the ship begin to shift. As all of you roll toward the door that you just ran out of.
Oh shit!
It's like
Oh.
the ship is going down. And that's where we're going to take our break.
Oh no.
Down?
Down.
Going
Yeah, like,
down.
you guys have been on a flat platform out of the stairwell that you just ran out of, and it is now going like that.
Up the stairs we go.
Oh boy.
Race through 3 rooms or go back down to 1. Yeah. Well, for us who's watching, and also Yaruan and Kaketo, thank you guys for watching. We'll be right back. Oh, that's right. Break animation.
Bye-bye.
Oh.
Baba Booey.
Baba booey.
Let's commit a vehicular hijack or whatever we're doing.
Manslaughter.
Grand
We're
Theft
back.
Auto.
It's
Oh,
like
did
a
we come in on that, man?
We're pulling a Mr. Mosby.
Mr.
Mosby.
Right, we're back
Shouldn't
in
have
it.
ran in his lobby.
So yeah, immediately as Eleanor runs down the area, the rest of you guys are kind of figuring out what the fuck's going on, and immediately the ship turns. I'll have everybody make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Hey, I'm good at
Beat
those.
a 14.
I'm bad at both
Hey,
those.
I'm bad
kinda
at
some.
those.
Deck or save?
Save.
Save. Okay. Oh, I'm
So-
still good at those.
So a deck save?
Yeah. No, a specific. Oh yeah, no, you'd be right. So let's say Dex or Strength save. Beat a 14.
Okay.
My bad. Yeah. You're trying to.
If it's a strength save, then that's a 21 on my end.
Nat 20 for 23.
Jesus.
Hey.
11.
Whoa. Light upon dunes.
7.
All right.
Oh shit.
And I'll
Yeah.
So
Axel.
wait. 8.
Let's get into this treacherous.
Yeah.
I'll say that Axel has made it to the other room, so he's no longer a part of the scene. Yeah, immediately Light Upon Dunes and Terrence, you guys are rolled over and slammed into this metal wall of the vessel. Eleanor and Bareth, you manage to hold your footing as you're standing up. Eleanor, you're running down the stairs. You kind of hold onto the rails and slam into them. And as you reach and swing around, you see Bolin majorly changing the controls. It seems like the no one else who should be in this room is currently in here, and he is just shifting everything to complete maximum nosedive. And he turns back to you. I wanted to trust you. I really did.
I was trusting you too. I don't know what the fuck. Now you're trying. Is there a
What's
chair in
the
the
team?
room?
Yeah, there's the whole like oval table. The
Yes.
table's rooted in. All the chairs are kind of like rolling forward. Some of them are crashing next to him.
Catch, and I'll throw just like this tiny little bead at him, and then throw one at the chair and cast catapult as they magnetize together.
Oh!
So what exactly are you trying to do?
Basically, I'm casting catapult at him, but I'm just throwing this
shit.
little metal bead at him that just sticks to him, and then another one at a chair, and then they just magnetize to the chair to him.
I thought catapult only worked on a single item toward a target.
Yeah, it's
It's for flavor.
flavor
Okay, yeah.
for the catapult
Flavor.
of the chair flying at him.
Let's say you're trying to pull him. He grabs onto this lever, and it kind of like clinks, and you see it bend a little bit, and this chair is going to slam into him.
So yeah, it's a deck save.
Oh boy, he is off his rocker here. You dealt like 15 to him, so we're at
Technically, the rocker's on him.
yeah, okay. Roll 20. Wow, 2d0. Can't do that. That's a 4 plus 1. What's the
Yes.
damage?
He takes 11 bludgeoning damage from the chair.
Fucking catapult.
Yay.
Such a good spell.
I love it.
Combat has relatively ended, but as this chair flies into the control panel that he is holding onto, it slams his body into it, and you see limbs bend the way that they're not supposed to.
Oh no.
Oh,
And he is crushed against the control panel with the force of this chair that flings the controls that he's holding onto forward and cracks the lever.
Uh-oh.
The chair is not stabilized, or the whole vessel is not stabilized, but it is moving slightly forward. It's not at a nosedive, but you guys only have, let's say, I'm gonna roll a d6 here and add 2 if it's below. Okay. You guys have 5 rounds before you hit the sand.
Okay.
Okay.
Eleanor, yeah, well, that's your turn. Bareth, you feel everything shift forward as you guys are kind of restabilizing. What do?
So we're going down, but not like at a deadly kind of rate. Just
The crash is gonna be deadly.
it,
Like-
it went
Okay,
from like
okay,
a this
okay.
to like a this.
yeah,
okay. So we're still going down.
yeah. There's a decent amount of momentum.
Fucking Bareth is gonna look at Terrence here. He's gonna go, "Fuck you! You know ships. Would they have like I don't know in case of an emergency like something to get the fuck out of here?"
Most come with parachutes. Shit, where would they be on a vessel like this? Think.
Roll an intelligence check.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Okay. $12.
Okay. You only know that they would have to be somewhere close to. Well, yeah, the irony in these sky vessels with their gigantic captains is that no captain can go down with the ship. Like, or rather, they all have to, because they can't exactly survive a parachute fall when they're 800 pounds. So you would imagine they're probably somewhere close to where most of the crew spends their time.
Okay.
But you don't know where.
Fuck, let's chase down the
Control room.
Motherfucker,
Let's
that-
get to the control room.
Okay. So that snap decision was the majority of a round. You guys make it down at the end of the second round. You guys now have.
Hang on,
more.
actually, I got something
Yeah.
to do.
Okay, you also have a couple. I'll say Eleanor, you have one.
So
Or one and then three.
So Logan, real quick, as they're saying go to control room, can I use my tabaxi ability where I double my movement for one round and just straight sprint into the room?
You're gonna get a little bottlenecked, but if you want to do like some parkour shit where you bounce around them and then slide down
hell
the
yeah.
staircase, I'll just allow that. So you want to get there?
That's what I
before them?
imagined is basically when I use it, I just stick my staff in my mouth and I go on all fours and just full on sprint into going a crazy dash.
Jeez. Yeah. Okay. So this fucking cat man just gets on all fours, gets his staff, and kind of turns it to his side where he keeps his sights with one eye, and immediately bounds over you guys, slams into the wall as you're trying to enter this door, and races down the stairwell. Much faster
What the
than
fuck
you.
was that?
As I come sliding into the room, I just like point at Eleanor. You, Smotka, can you fix that?
He's just pushing random buttons at this point and pulling levers. Just like, no!
I pat Eleanor on the back and cast guidance on her.
Okay. Roll a D100 and add a D20.
Oh
Or
boy.
roll percentage and then add a D20.
Me?
No, Eleanor.
Okay.
87.
Okay.
Oh!
You manage to hit a bunch of buttons, and immediately you just accidentally kind of hit this button, and it pulls the nets and the bags of water forward, and that does shift the momentum of the ship, where it was moving very quickly. Now it's sort of pushing itself back, so you have, let's say you added another round. So everyone currently has 4 rounds left, and this is right as the other two reach the bottom of the stairwell. Everyone's now in the same room. You see the absolutely obliterated body of the potential antagonist Bolin, and your friend and the Catman.
Is Bolin still alive or is he just fucked?
You don't want to look at him for too long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The scary part is there's just him and Eleanor in here, and now he's just integrated into the technology.
At this point, I'm just staring at you, pushing buttons, just like, yes, I have no idea what's going on.
Dr. Terrence is going to stride forward towards Bolden's corpse and just hastily yank it by the collar and throw it to the side and start looking over the control
Okay.
panel.
Yeah, you throw it off the control panel. It like slides to the base of your feet, but it is no longer obstructing anything.
Okay. I'm trying to assess the situation
Okay.
and what I know about aircraft vessels to see if I can get this baby level, maybe flying again.
Yeah, this will be a different intelligence check. You do have proficiency, I think, with flying vehicles.
Can my turn be guidance and him as well for that?
Yeah, so I think at the last of this round we'll do Bareth, and then we'll go back to initiative. Do you guys want to change up your initiative?
I mean, I don't know. That's up to you guys.
Yeah,
I'm.
I think we'll just
completely
shift it
fine where
by narrative priority. So we've got Terrence, Eleanor, Bareth, or Ludd and Bareth.
Okay.
So yeah, last
Flying
action before the
rules.
third round.
Whew! 24.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
What is
3
one
intelligence plus. Oh wait. 3 intelligence
plus 2 proficiency?
plus 2 proficiency plus 18, so 23.
Okay, 23. That is a lot. What are you trying to figure out? You can read like the panel that you're looking at. There's a lot of information to gather here. You can't do it all in one round, but you can fully understand what
Well-
you're looking at.
Given that he just nosedive, I immediately start to look for a lever, a control switch, something he might have cranked
Mhm.
or pushed, some big red button or handle. And I'm looking over for anything that might be
You
out of
see
place.
the handle that he pulled. It is broken in half.
Is there anything to grab onto?
The slightest amount, but you will definitely cut your hands trying whether or not you succeed.
Is it like sharp metal or is it like
Yeah, so it was a metal rod that he was pulling at and was bending. You think it might be some kind of aluminum lever that was not meant for this kind of tension. But he was
Okay.
literally pulled with a spell that launched him toward a chair that collided him backwards, so that shock just broke it. It's now just a twisted
Gotcha.
spike that's maybe like an inch long at most.
Okay. I look at the jagged metal and I'll produce a handkerchief or something.
Okay.
I'll produce a handkerchief in my pocket, wrap it around the metal, and just grab it
All right, make
and try to.
strength,
fix
strength
it.
check, athletics.
Okay.
In 3.5, this would be like a will save. It's like your fingers might go missing.
Oh god.
That is a 7.
Yeah, okay. You are very aware of the situation. You have to act like instantly. You know it's going very bad, so you can't call for help and wait for them to come over do it for you. You try with all your strength, and you take 2 damage cutting into your fingers, and they start to bleed pretty profusely, and you can't get it to budge.
Okay, I shout, Bareth, give me a hand!
And as you do
All
that,
right.
the round ends.
Oh.
I believe. Are we at 3 or 2 left?
I didn't get my turn yet.
You didn't?
I don't think weren't we gonna go like
We're
they
doing
kind
that
of,
now at the end of. So I think.
Oh,
everyone's
okay,
acting,
then
so
never
yeah,
mind.
you
Oh,
came
then
down here,
yeah,
right?
yeah, never mind.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Top of this round, you hear just a loud, insanely loud fucking thud as you see the metal outside the room warp slightly in the form of what looks like the back of a triceratops, and the door swings open, and Paximile, bloodied, just looks into this chamber. That's the end of his turn. We start with Terrence again.
Okay.
Now you're yelling at Bareth, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm yelling at Bareth, and I'm going to hold my action to give him the help action to pull the lever together.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Eleanor.
Eleanor's just gonna run over to the body of Bolin, grab like the little metal bead, and throw it at Paximile.
Oh shit.
Are you gonna like drag him forward, like magnetize him to the control panel, or what?
Just she's not gonna activate it at all yet, but just as a precaution, if he tries to do anything rash, she'll throw a chair at him,
Okay.
or the broken chair.
Okay. There's not a lot he can do here, is there? It's a save, right?
Dex save, yeah.
Okay, you haven't activated it yet, so it just like sticks to him. He's fucking confused.
What the fuck
Lud.
is this?
Light upon dunes. You see
Yeah.
all this crazy shit going on around you.
Okay. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get my scepter, and I'd like to wedge it behind, see if I can wedge it in there with the lever, and see if I can use this as a makeshift lever to pull the other one back.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay. So yeah, Bareth is like running toward to grab this lever. Terrence is like prepping to kind of help him. Like, I'd imagine you probably want to take your hands off and then wrap him around his help. But yeah, this guy just fucking slams it in and starts to pull back. Make a athletics check.
Nat 20.
Hey.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah,
I
Christ.
can't believe.
See, you stick this magic wand and staff in here, and you fucking pull it back. Immediately, this metal just goes and pulls all the way back, and the vessel begins to kind of list. It's no longer pointing at the ground. And Jesus, yeah, Bareth.
Lights be
so that's
praised.
That's fixed. Bareth is gonna swivel around and look at Paxamile, and he goes, I'm going to hold my action,
Okay.
and I'm also gonna wait to see what he does. I would like if he fucking does anything rash, I'm gonna throw a swing at him.
Okay.
But
Yeah, he immediately just charges at the control panel and says, "There isn't enough time," and he's rushing toward it. It looks like he's going to a different set part of the control panel. There's like 4 different angles of it. He's going to the far west. Back
Okay.
to the top, Terrence.
Does it feel like with the lever pulled back, like the ship is pulling up at all?
It is definitely pulling up, but you guys have fallen too far, too fast, and you're going to hit the sand no matter what. You only
Okay.
have 12 seconds before this thing would have crashed full force into the ground.
Okay. I let go of the rod and I look to everybody else and I just keys, wallet, phone, my pockets, and chase after Triceratops man.
You're running like in the like into him, between him and the control panel.
I'm following him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you'll like rush over in that direction.
Like, what's the plan? What's the plan? What are we doing?
Eleanor.
She's just gonna wait and see what happens, and just
Okay.
hold the detonator for chair attack.
Yeah, light upon dunes.
Okay. I just triumphantly lights like, lights be praised. I fixed it. And oh, it's not fixed, isn't it?
Bareth.
I guess he's gonna follow behind Terrence as well. He's like waiting, like this guy clearly knows what the fuck is up with this ship. I'm completely out of my element here.
Okay.
So I'm just like trying to see what the fuck, what are we doing next? What's going on?
Weirdest shit happening. Okay, and as he runs forward, he kind of slams, and it looks like he breaks some of the controls just with his massive impact. And he flips open a control that looks like very much not a button that he should be touching. I'm going to say that none of you know what this button does. Is anyone
big
going to
red
stop him as he is trying to press it?
Do I have an inkling of what this button is?
Make an intelligence check at disadvantage. This is very snap thinking.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Ah,
You don't know what it is, but you know that during any normal voyage, it definitely should not be pressed. Like, it's under lock and key. He's smashing that shit.
In the head.
You're stabbing
Oh.
at him?
Yeah.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
all right, fuck
Chair.
it, yeah, we're killing him.
Do I get sneak attack given the
Uh,
circumstances?
Yeah, you get sneak attack. He's very straightforward focused.
Cool. Shit, that's only an 11 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, no. So you like straight up go for him, and he understands you don't really have a lot of reason to trust him, but he's a fucking gigantic triceratops. So you stab at him, and almost at risk of what kind of knife are you using?
I'm stabbing at it with the rapier.
You almost bend your rapier, like permanently. You almost fuck it up. His skin is
fucking-
insanely thick.
Huh.
But
His
it is
height.
clear that Terrence
Bonus
is trying
hands. bonus action dagger to the gut.
You could probably go for the tail.
The tail.
Yeah. But
Okay,
yeah, make
I'm
another
going for a
attack
stab.
without the proficiency.
Okay. Cocked. That's a 16 to hit.
One below. Yeah. So in
Fuck.
this scene, you are frantically trying to stop him. Like, it's scary what he's doing. You feel like he's might kill everyone. He might call people that you don't want here very soon. And he just pushes forward, charges past you. Eleanor.
Chair.
Okay. So you're
Dex save.
you're slowing his momentum down too a little bit. He's very fucking heavy for this, but yeah, a dex save. Oh boy. That's not good for him. That is a 10.
Yes. Chair. Oh no.
3d8.
Give him the chair.
Did you max damage?
Almost 3 off. 21.
Holy shit! Holy
Catapult
Three
doesn't
D8,
fuck around.
8, 7, 6.
I am using goblin boss stats for him right now. Their hit points is 21.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
yeah, he crushes through this
him with the
activation
chair.
button that nobody wants hit, and you just like swing this chair at him. He gets pulled back, but just like before, as the chair careens into his head, completely knocking him more than unconscious, a part of his horn literally slams into that button, and you feel the ship immediately. You hear this massive just, and it feels so much lighter. You guys immediately fly over the dune that you were heading straight into and slam into the next one as it starts to arc up and slam into the ground. I need everyone to make one last dex or strength check.
Dex or strength?
Oh. Dirty 20.
I am going to use my daily ability where I can add 2d4 to a saving throw.
Motherfucker. Okay. I'm here to do dice good.
I'm scared, man. I've been doing bad at saves, only good at attacks and skills, funny enough.
That is a, with the +6, 23.
Wow. So,
22 for me.
16.
Strong
23,
boy.
22. Eleanor? You got good too. right?
20.
Okay. Terrence?
Oh.
15.
Okay. What are your hit points at?
My hit points are at 4.
Out of
8.
Okay. I will say, yeah, as this thing flies over where it would have basically killed all of you on impact, slides into like a fucking skate rink, shoots into the air and sinks into the sand. With that slam into the ground, Terrence, everything goes black. The rest of you are able to lay on the ground, and just as the impact hits, you push forward, reducing that momentum on yourself. You are all borderline concussed, but at
Oh, God.
least, as far as you know, 3 of you are alive.
I would like to go over to Terrence and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. That's, just within a round. Terrence, you awaken. Go ahead and, get your hit points.
Oh, nice. You get healed for 11, Terrence.
Oh, thank you.
feel
I
like-
feel
Holy shit.
chipper as ever. Wow.
As I grab onto you and
Basically
just
like smelling salts, but all your like wounds are immediately gone. You wake up into a new dream where that didn't happen.
I got fucking full restored.
Yeah.
You were
as
rebooted.
the light kind of washes over you, it's like, oh, light, bring this fella back.
And
As the light washes over you, and he burns away all your wounds, and yay!
you awaken
Thank you.
to a painful, bloody scene. You see most of the shipwreck, like just splayed across the dunes. You see the corpse of 2 people that you very recently became acquainted with. The mangled body of Bolin. You see the captain now skewered across the controls that he was reaching toward. And you can only see ahead of you, which is just sand, like pressed straight up against the dune, so you have to get out of this room to be able to assess the situation. There is only death here.
I get my marbles back.
Well,
I'm gonna,
hopefully the squirrels are gone.
check Pax a Miles' pockets. I want to see if he's got anything useful on him.
Okay. I don't think we actually have current viewers. So let's go with. Let's go backwards. Chuck, what kind of item does he have?
Okay, who was Paxamiles again? Refresh my
Pax a
memory?
Miles, big Triceratops man.
He
Okay.
was the captain of the ship, which you might relatively know what Blackwaters are. You've heard of like an underground water market, and that is the ship that you were led to raid. Was this big ship full of water?
Okay. I am going to say on his personal possessions, he has a logbook of his journey,
Okay.
kind of captain's log, and probably, I'd say, as I want to say, he has a small portrait in his pocket of a family.
Okay. So yeah, you pull out a journal. It seems like there have been several routines put in it. It looks like his journal is kind of repeating, so he's done this voyage a lot, but a lot of the writing is, very, very simple, very straightforward. Mario, yeah, you're the one looting him. So Rymac, what is maybe a slightly more important item that he has?
A slightly more important
It can be
item
anything
that he
slightly
has.
important.
You find a deck of cards. No.
Wow, deck of many.
Whoa, the deck of many things.
I would say that you find eagle eye goggles on him.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You find
yeah.
goggles around
pretty
his
fitting.
neck that have
That's actually
feathers
pretty fucking
on the
useful.
side.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I think that's just kind of a pretty standard magic item, so we'll just add that to the story. And lastly, Eleanor, what is an item that is personally relevant to your character that he has?
He probably has an access key to like a Blackwater location. So it's just like this really weird looking big key.
Okay, so it's like a drop point key, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So you pull all of that out on them. You see like a little book, the goggles, and a key.
Okay. Yeah, I won't put on the goggles. Are the goggles actually like a magic item thing?
Yeah. It's or it might be goggles of the night owl or something. We'll just say it gives you.
Oh no, I
vision.
thought Eyes of the Eagle.
Yeah, is that an item?
Yeah.
Okay.
These crystalline
Yeah.
ones.
Well, there's Eyes of the Eagle and Goggles of the Night. They're two different
Yes,
goggles.
they are. So eyes of the eagle. I think that gives you like crazy fucking vision.
Yeah, it
Alright,
gives you
yeah.
advantage on perception checks, and you can see minute details up to a mile away, I think.
That doesn't make any
Oh,
sense.
shit.
We'll go half a mile. That doesn't even make any sense. That would just hurt your eyes. You'd die wearing those.
Barrett, can I have that big blocky key?
Oh, yeah, sure thing. And he'll like hand it over. You see him kind of put the goggles over his neck, and he's like starts opening up this logbook, like starts inspecting the other things as he's like putting them on his person, sliding them into a pocket. He's like, should we get the fuck out of here, or what are we doing?
Probably.
I say
Whatever
we
squirrels are
scour
still
for
here.
supplies really quick. But then, yes, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, yeah.
We crashed in the desert. We could be out here for days, possibly weeks.
1 second. What's your name? She's gonna turn to light.
Thank you. Didn't want to be rude, but yes, I am known as Light upon the Dunes, priest of the sky, and a wanderer of my people, has chosen like you to wander out the desert and find these mountains of sorts and got captured by squirrels. Cursed rodents. Lightless freaking heathens. Oh yeah, that's me.
Of the sky.
Yes. I worship the almighty sky. And the light above.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, you're welcome to travel with us.
Yeah, I will say that none of you have ever heard of this idealism.
Huh. Barath will kind of like he would have seen that he immediately healed Terrence, right?
Mhm. Yeah, he
Mhm.
also
Yeah, Vareth would
scorched
just-
a bunch of squirrels.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. He's like, your magic's pretty impressive. You kind of remind me of a bugbear back home.
Oh, well, thank you. I've never met a bugbear, but it sounds lovely.
Yeah, they're
I-
nice. They're good healers.
Fascinating. I heal occasionally. It is one of the blessings of the light I have been given. As I am one of the chosen of the light, a proof of its blessing that remains on our world, aside from, well, it gives us light and life and sustenance and grieving, all that. People in my town, some are chosen to be casters, and I am one of the chosen priests.
Oh, it's pretty impressive.
Thank you.
No, of course.
Can you say you're out here seeking the giants too?
Well, yes, so I had two travel companions, quite the ornery ones, I guess you can say. The Notorious Orc was one of their names, and Halabaster Fizzleda? I can never pronounce his name right. It was quite strange. But, yes.
An orc and a gnome?
Yes! They were my travel companions we got captured with. They, unfortunately escaped without me for some reason, and they ended up dying. How
What
peculiar.
is an orc?
Yeah, you've never heard of like orcs or gnomes ever before.
I had a
Extraordinarily
concussion
peculiar.
recently. it's only like he like just gets stuck in thought for a second. He's like, wait.
Hold on.
I am going to, Terrence, after this conversation, is going to start heading down towards where he assumes like the barracks were.
Okay.
And it's just gonna like look for a large knapsack along the way and just start pocketing whatever possibly like foods and travel supplies he can find.
Okay. Is anyone not going with him?
Light actress, something he's wanting to do.
Okay. Then yeah, you'll go through and you do, like, as you're going through, mainly just the storage room, kind of where the cells were and everything, you do notice a broken lock in a cell that you had not seen before. And you found where the parachutes would have been, and one of them is missing. Only one. Yeah, you do manage to gather there. A lot of the water that they keep, for the most part, is in those the big like barrels at the bottom of the ship below the nets that they drain down to.
Probably what got dropped off.
But you do find, I'll say, just like a few sort of parts of like containers of water that were meant for the crew. I'd say maybe a week's worth for 4 people.
Okay. I'll
So definitely
grab
write that down.
4 backpacks
Yeah. And the same goes
grab
for
as much water as I can.
rations,
Okay.
which are just going to be kind of similar to the food that you were given, but you might want to dry some of it.
So like a week of rations each.
Yes.
Okay. I'll bring that back to everybody and pass out the backpacks. Be very sparing on these. This is all I could find on the ship. So this might be all we have for a time.
And you're staying in the 2 bottom decks that are currently more or less buried in sand. Only the above decks are sort of your escape route.
Right. Light, you had something you wanted to do?
Yeah. So what Light is doing is all so for the Triceratops, Bolin, and Sir Jeffrey, I'd like to grab all of them and all the other humanoids I can find and drag them outside, or at least drag them to the sand.
You find
And
a rabbit folk, an ox folk, a jaguar folk, a mole folk, a frog folk, and the other two saurians, all dead
Okay.
either by impact or by the fight of the squirrels.
mhm.
There's maybe another dozen that made it on the ship. You would assume that the rest of them gave up. There's no reason to go after the ship anymore.
Okay. I'd like to drag them all outside and just stick my scepter into the sand and clasp my hands together and say, "From the light you erase, from the light you remain. Now go forth and be one with the light again." And as I stick the scepter into the ground, I cast Mold Earth as they all sink into the sand,
Okay.
and I bury all of them.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
And as the sand
And-
rolls over them, you can feel them very much becoming one with the earth.
And I'd like to, this is flavor wise, if not, that's cool. I'd like to imagine, could I with Mold Earth, like just pull out some kind of harder sandstone and do a little bit of a grave marker with it? Just like for the ones I know the names of, just engrave the names in.
So I'll say that you spend like another 10 minutes, which is a lot of rounds for that spell. And you'll essentially dig sort of like how wooden posts or gravestones are very, very deep into the sand. You dig them very deep and you raise them very high. So they're like 10-foot gravestones that are going to last maybe a year and a half.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And they are honored, every one of them, even though you didn't know their names.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all see, for any of you that see Light doing this, he's pretty zeroed in on doing this the whole time. He's putting his focus on it. Like,
And I'll say, yeah, at the very tops of these gravestones, there's like faint letters that are just remnants of a prayer that do glow faintly but forever. It's just as part of your magic.
oh, well, nice.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So we've seen a bunch of these bodies around here. Do we see the NPC Chuck?
You do not.
Oh no.
Yeah, you look
Oh, no.
around and you find pretty much Light Upon the Dunes found everyone that was collectible. The only person that you don't find is actually the two of them, neither the Dark Wolf Beast folk or the Rhino.
Okay.
Let's see if I can make a
Interesting.
compass real quick. Just so
As
we
soo-
can figure out where the hell we are.
Yep. And as soon as Light's done, he just goes to one of the squirrels he cast Burning Hands on and just starts gnawing on it.
All right. You go up above one deck, and yeah, you look out, and you took a long time, so you don't see anyone leaving the scene or any squirrels. It's just the small, maybe 20 that were here, and you just start nibbling on one.
Mm-hmm.
But you do see a way out into the dunes.
Oh shit.
Or,
$10
$10
dono.
Why
Oh,
would
boy.
you do that? Thank you so much, El Rey Bandito.
How dare you?
Yeah, you can.
That's so nice of
we
you.
got
You could choose one of
you
the
could
one of the
choose, I guess,
donation
you could roll.
options.
Nearing the end of the game, but let's go for it.
Decide our fate, Bandito. Does Light get revenanted? Let's see.
What did we end the game on?
No.
Do we all suddenly die? Rocks fall.
4. The party learns a secret. I don't have any prepared.
Oh,
So let's create
I have
one.
the logbook.
Okay, yeah. So the captain's journal, our good old friend Paxamile, there is something that happened in his recent log entries 2 voyages ago. What is it?
Hmm.
I can pick one.
How about how about a defector somehow made off with an entire ship Yeah, how we did it.
Oh, water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we'll go 4 weeks back. There was a vessel of water that went completely missing without the crew even knowing it was gone. There wasn't a weight shift. They didn't notice the bag missing until they made it to the drop point. They don't know what happened to it. But 2 weeks ago, there was a recent entry. It was just a rumor in the village that is the drop point that they were headed to with this water that they collected. It's this dune city that you guys are headed to. There's a rumor that that a hell creature has made it to the dunes, and there is not a crater near this settlement.
Okay.
The dunes
I guess.
are not a place that mountains can rise, and the only place that hell creatures come from is below mountains in these hell craters. There's one in this drop point.
Yeah, I guess at this point, Bareth will. He's like flipping through this logbook, looking at like recent stuff, and he kind of puts a hand up and he's like, "Hey! The place nearby we should probably be heading to. Apparently, there's word that there's a hell dweller, a hell creature. Actually, were they called hell dwellers, or what was the name?
Oh yeah, hell dweller. That's right.
Hell dweller. Okay.
I
Yeah,
almost
he'll
saw
say
hell crater.
there's a hell dweller there. Anyone have experience dealing with hell dwellers?
L.
Okay.
I'd like to
Like,
have everyone
A little.
make a history check.
History check.
24.
Um,
I'm smart. This is what I'm
Yeah.
good at.
19.
Okay.
history. 18.
Okay. Terrence?
26.
All right. Eleanor and
That makes a lot of
Terrence are the only ones who are actually familiar with ancient history and practices that led up to the War of Thirst. There were a group of people, an organization that partially has even been removed from history, called the Miners. They're people that fought back Hell Dwellers, but they were only taught and raised in visited places where craters are. You know that in the dunes there are no craters, so there are no miners. This thing shouldn't be here.
Oh, fuck. How far away is this place?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking.
Does it mention
Bareth.
the logbook?
I guess-
logbook.
Would I know how far away this place is, or
Are any of you navigators?
I'm good at survival.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then again, I don't think Bareth's ever been anywhere out here, so I would say
You
probably
look at the
not.
dunes, all of them look the same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
me being from the desert, what I shoot.
Yeah,
Me
you know
being
what?
from the
Yeah, light upon dunes, roll survival with advantage.
yeah. Right. 15.
I'll give this one to you. So, especially in the desert, there is a point very similar to the point that you guys were introduced to at the beginning of the game, in the middle of the day, where all the fog mostly disperses, and you were able to see that mountain fully. Light upon dunes, you know that at a very specific point during the night that only you know about, the fog above the dunes disperses, and you're able to read the stars for an hour. So you can figure out where you are, and maybe
Okay.
where this settlement is based on the charter logbooks.
I speak up and say, "Oh, in my prayer time, we can read the stars." I wait. Yeah, you aren't followers of the light. Oh, so there's a certain time in the desert where the mist clears just long enough to where I can read the lights in the sky, and during that time, we could use that to determine our location. Y'all have astrology where you're from, yes? I
You
believe
guys
it's called
don't-
astrology in your tongue.
You guys don't know what the fuck stars are. That's not a thing.
No.
Stars.
Like famous people?
Astrology?
Fuck. He's
Oh
crazy.
my dear. So
That's got a lot
There's
of
a
new concepts.
I'm a practitioner of medicine and vehicles. I'm not sure what these startrologies are.
okay, so that's one word you can call the lights in the sky, but also basically that is a study where basically you can use it to navigate your location based on the actual lights above. And astrology is an extension onto it where they believe that it can read your fortune, your fate, other details about a person, stuff like that.
This is very interesting to all of you because whenever you have seen the mist disperse, the light in the sky has been bright. There's nothing signifying, there's no darkness that separates the lights in the sky. It's just the sky is bright. So it sounds kind of like he's talking fucking tarot. It doesn't make any sense. It's a practice
man.
you are not familiar with and don't understand even the base of its foundation.
What do you fucking do with that? All right.
Eleanor's gonna turn to Bareth and just go like, just quietly, just go. Did he hit his head really hard? I wasn't looking at him when we landed.
There's like, I don't know if this is like the same, but we've had issues in the past sometimes. Like, I mean, when you get blessings with magic, sometimes you go like a little.
Is this sand madness? I heard about that before.
Is this an extension of
there's-
magic?
There's like a little bit. It's kind of like the give and take, but you know, there's some things that mentally. All right, man. Yeah. Sounds good.
I'm just chewing on a charcoal squirrel, just giving a thumbs up.
Just gonna turn to Terrence and just go, we're going to die here. Start scavenging around looking for stuff to make a
Yeah.
compass because she does not trust the crazy starman.
Okay. I'll say
Waiting in the sky.
Yeah, as we close out the game, you guys kind of climb up to the top of the dune that the ship crashed into, and you just look out on the wreckage of this massive dirigible. You do not see the barrels of water in this divot in the dunes. You only see just broken pieces of the hull, these massive iron bars, impossibly huge, and nothing else. It seems that it's slowly being consumed and buried by the sand. And night begins to fall as the darkness in the sky shifts slowly and slowly. And very soon you'll be able to put this pseudoscience to the test. In tomorrow's game.
All right.
Right.
All right. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching after all this happened, probably. But we have a good time here. It's about the boys. Doesn't matter otherwise.
Yeah.
And
It's about the boys.
it's about the dudes.
It's about. Today we're going to be talking about the dunes.
It's about fun. Yeah.
All right.
Well, die.
I'm a quirky astrological cat.
Thank you guys for
God.
hanging out. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna go all eat individual sandwiches. Peace.
Oh hell yeah.
Don't call
I
me
don't
out
eat
like
carbs
that.
anymore.
Wait, I gotta
Nom, nom, nom.
actually transition. There we go.